Support for this episode is provided by Jonathan Green. Seed your lawn and feed your soil. Jonathan Green, quality lawns since 1881. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to talk about the lawn. I hope you enjoy cutting the lawn as much as I do. No kidding, that is really one of my favorite things to do. I find it really relaxing and really satisfying. I also have a pretty nice lawnmower that I treated myself to about 2 or 3 years ago, and that definitely makes the job more fun. So before we get started on this year's fall seeding process, I just want to tell you a little bit about the property. So it's just about 2 acres. Behind the barn was all wooded and kind of messy woods, not pretty. Trees falling down, dead trees, things like that. Out by the road where there's a rock wall now, again, just a messy, dead tree kind of area, a lot of bramble. And over the years, I've taken those trees down and turned those areas into lawn. But generally, I need to add soil every year because I end up getting dips and valleys, and that's when you scalp the lawn. So every year when I seed, I'm putting down soil first to smooth those areas. So this year again started with 10 yards of topsoil. I put some behind the barn, out by the new log rack, underneath the maple tree that happens to be Walter's tree. After spreading the soil, the next step is to cut the lawn. You should really cut the lawn shorter than usual right before you seed for 2 reasons. Number one, you're not going to get a chance to cut the lawn for at least 2 or 3 weeks after you seed. And number 2, I feel like you get a better seed soil contact with the shorter grass. So generally this time of the year, I'm cutting the lawn at 3 inches. I brought the deck down to 2.5 inches. So after cutting the lawn, the next step was to get ready to treat the surface of the lawn somehow, and to really do that in a proficient way. It's good to water the lawn because a softer soil is going to be, you're going to be able to poke holes essentially into a softer soil than a hard soil. So after you cut the lawn, water the lawn. Next, you're going to want to either rent an aerator, or in my case, I use a lawn slicer. That's just a thing with little blades on it. I hook it up to my 0-turn lawnmower and drag it around behind me. I like to do it twice. I'll go all the way around the yard, kind of getting in concentric circles. I'm basically trying to perforate the soil and dethatch the grass a little bit. The next step is to put down the products. And for my yard, because I tend to be low in pH and the soil tends to be compacted because it's kind of a clay soil, I use the Magical Plus. The Magical Plus is going to bring up the pH, and it's also going to loosen the soil up. Next, I'll put down the seed. In this case, I'm putting down the Jonathan Green Black Beauty Ultra, and I'm seeding the entire property with the Black Beauty Ultra. After I do that, then I'll overseed in the shady areas with the Jonathan Green Dense Shade. Basically, I'm going over the entire yard with the Jonathan Green Black Beauty Ultra, and then I just hit those shady spots like underneath the maple tree, out by the rock wall, areas behind the barn, just areas that have dense shade. So that way, I'm basically covering everything. After the grass seed is down, the next step is fertilizer. You need to use the starter fertilizer. This is the Jonathan Green Green Up, and that's going to feed your lawn. So the seed will germinate, and then it needs something to feed off of, and that's your fertilizer. And the very last thing, and you can't forget this one, is water. It's so important to water once you put down new grass seed, and I think that's where some people fall short. I've been watering twice a day. I set the timer on my phone and let the sprinkler run for 20 minutes. I'll do some work and come back and then move it, and I try to do that 2 times a day. And you have to remember, this time of year, things aren't drying out as fast as they are in the spring and summer. Well, there's one thing that I just realized I forgot to mention, and that's after I seeded and put down all the product, I went over the lawn one more time with the lawnmower and the slicer, and that's to ensure really good seed soil contact. So I put this down, I put the seed and the fertilizer down 2 weeks ago today, and you can see I'm having fantastic results. Really excited about this. And if you want to see the progress of the lawn, be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll be posting updates weekly. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.